I look like I'm haunting the halls of Hogwarts. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day. So this right here is a subscription that so many of you guys told me to dump, kick it to the curb, get rid of it in my last unboxing that I did of it, which is actually just a couple of days ago. But because it was a couple of days ago, this came before I could like even cancel it. So I figured today, since that video is like kind of fresh, we would get into this and see if this box can be redeemed. This is the Zeesea subscription. It's a little over $40. It is a Chinese-based makeup brand. And even though there were so many of you guys telling me in the last video to like go ahead and cancel it, there also were a lot of you guys saying that I needed to give it another chance. So here it is. It's gonna get another chance. We're gonna see if it can be redeemed. We're gonna do an unboxing and a try on. So let's go ahead and get into it. This stool has gotten unbelievably squeaky. I'm gonna break out the WD-40. Alright, so this is how the subscription comes, and yet these outer packages are always open when I show them to you guys, or at least the last two that I've shown you all, because when they come, they don't say anything about them being from Zeesea. So I looked at it and it says this is from Paulette Douglas. Who was that? Why is Paulette Douglas sending me my subscription box? It's not from the brand Zeesea. It's not from like any type of company at all. It's Paulette Douglas from Canada. All right, but it comes in one of these little fun, like, bloop, like a little like hinged box. Feels really nice and secure. So let's go ahead and get out the items. Ooh, are we seeing only 4 items again? At least one of them looks pretty big and stuck. Oh my gosh. Okay. Very secure. Oh my god. Okay, well, the box in this looks really pretty, but it's been all smashed up since it was really tightly shoved into that little packaging. And since it was shipped to me from Canada, I don't know, like maybe if it comes from like China to Canada and like Paulette Douglas is just like an intermediate, like an interference in the middle there, and like she ships it on. And it did just come in kind of that like plastic outer packaging with the bubble wrap on it. It is very kind of smashed in and stuff, which is a shame because this is a pretty box. So if you're wanting to keep this for like collecting purposes, you know, it would be kind of sad that it's all smooshed. Hey Tater, buddy, that is an extra size band. You don't need it. Apparently I don't either because it's been lying on the floor for like a month. Are you mad that Ren's in the big bed? Is that the problem? And we still do only have 4 items. I feel like for a over $40 subscription, 4 items is maybe just too little. I had seen comments where people had received this box before where they had been receiving like 5, 6, 7 items in their bags like months previous. So I don't know, like maybe this is a really expensive item or something, so they have reduced the number of items, but it would be really nice to see at least 5. I feel like a subscription box needs like at least 5 items. We'll save the pretty box for last. Ooh, a kitty on this one. We'll go for this first. It's not food, buddy. I'm so sorry. We'll get treats after, I promise. I'm so sorry, he wants treats so bad. Like I mentioned last time, all the packaging, the writing and that kind of stuff, I unfortunately cannot read it. I can't read the ingredients or even like what it is. This has nothing on it that I personally can read besides Zeesea and a little Kit Kat. That's cute. Let's go ahead and see what is in here. I'm gonna assume maybe some type of blush or something. Oh, there's a Kit Kat on the front of it too. It looks like more realistic Lisa Frank. You know what I mean? Like the Lisa Frank kind of cartoony drawings. Kind of like that with all the bright colors, but just like a little more realism. Still no idea what it is. Oh, it's a cute little eyeshadow palette. The kitten paws. So we have a cute little eyeshadow palette here. Definitely a bit more tame, mild than the last look we did from this box. And there are the cutest little kitten paws in that pan. That is precious. Hey, Tater, they're outside, buddy. You're safe, I promise. I'm sorry, guys. Tater seems to be a little bit riled today. He can hear a dog barking outside, and that is not cool with him, apparently. Here we have a couple of swatches. Ooh, okay, that first swatch was looking, ooh, okay. This actually looks a lot more pigmented, a lot more like my speed than the last palette that we did. I did get several comments saying that like maybe the shadows weren't supposed to be very pigmented because the style of makeup is different. Or like a lighter wash color might be like more the goal instead of like really deep, rich, intense pigments. However, I feel like these are really nicely pigmented, and that shadow wasn't just like not pigmented, it was very patchy. So I feel like the quality just wasn't fantastic. But these already feel like nicer on the finger. They're softer, smoother, creamier, and I think the shades are really pretty. So I am really happy that we're gonna be able to give like a different Zeesea eyeshadow a try, because that last one was just, it was real rough. It was rough. I was able to keep that makeup look on my face for maybe 10 to 15 minutes before I washed the entire thing off. I had to take the entire thing off. That glitter stuck to me for days. I still feel like they're specks. I can see glitter specks on me still. Okay, so this is very cute. It is a very small palette. So I was assuming this would be like a blush size, a highlighter size, something like that. But for this to be an eyeshadow palette, it is quite small. And again, over $40 for this box. So that is, it might be a little bit expensive for such a small, tiny little eyeshadow palette. At least it's cute though, there's kittens on it. All right, next up here we have, is this another eyeliner? Okay, no, it's the same like packaging, but this is not another their sparkly mascara. This is another Living Colorfully product, but this time it is a velvet lip tint. I wonder why some of the packaging it says what it is and then some of it doesn't say what it is, but I have remembered that they're little pull tabs, except for this one's being difficult. The next thing that we have in here, it's so red. It's so red. I'm sorry, I had to stop filming for just a second. Taylor was walking around whining and I couldn't figure out what was going on with him. I was like, you've already gone outside, like you have water, you've had food, all this kind of thing. He wanted the big bed. Look at him, just content and snug as a bug in a rug now. So this is a very intense red color. I definitely don't typically wear red lips. I have red nails today. They look real bad, I'm sorry about that. It does look like it might be a nice shade of red. I don't wear this color. I don't wear red lips. I don't wear like really intense lip colors. Intense lip colors at all. Ooh. I was really getting into like the scent of, oh my goodness, it stains. Look like Rudolph. I was really getting into like the scent of this lip color here. It smells exactly like my Disney Hunchback of Notre Dame Esmeralda chapstick I had when I was younger, and that's one of my favorite scents. That takes me immediately back to my childhood. Oh, that smells so good. The color itself, I do actually think it looks like a neck. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is not what I was anticipating. So the color itself is a little bit less intense red than I was picturing. There is quite a bit of like orangey salmonness to it. It's actually really like, I feel like you could make it light. I feel like you could sheer this out and make it really light. I was picturing this to be a very like intense kind of thick bold lip color, but maybe like people have mentioned about the eye color, maybe a sheer kind of like wash is more what they're going for here. It also feels incredible. It feels so soft. What is that? I was trying to like smear it out with my finger. It didn't budge, like even the tiniest bit. But there's like a layer over top of the color that feels almost like an incredibly smooth, soft silicone. Like it feels velvety, but almost kind of balmy. What is this? Like, I mean, it doesn't smear. It does not smear. I feel like the color is kind of washing away, but like it doesn't move around. This is so weird. A strange lip product. So totally different than I was anticipating. This is, to me, very unique. I don't think I've seen a lip product like this. Like it feels like it's gonna be really comfortable and soft on the lips, and it maybe acts as a little bit of like more of a stain instead of like a true kind of like liquid lip color. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay, I'm kind of excited about this. At first I was like, I don't know about that color because that's something I typically wouldn't wear, but like just the formulation of it is very different. Okay, exciting. All right, next up here we have a Living Color. Oh, before I move on, I'd love to tell you guys about today's sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service where you get to pick a new designer scent to try out every month for only $17. I personally love perfumes and fragrances, but committing to a full-size, super expensive bottle can be really intimidating. But with Scentbird, you can get up to 3 travel-size scents, the 30-day supply of each fragrance to really try them out before you commit to a full-size bottle. There are over 600 designer brands to choose from, like Prada, Gucci, and Versace, to more niche brands like Parfums de Marly, DS and Durga, Confessions of a Rebel, and more. And you guys know I love smelling like a fall day all year round. I like spicy, warm, sweet, vanilla-heavy scents. Now that fall is finally here again, Scentbird can help me pick a brand new fall fragrance. So this month I'm trying a Tocco Lucia, a really lovely indulgent scent with notes of Italian lemon, fig, and vetiver. House of Beau Lamar, a white floral scent with notes of Arabian jasmine, pink pepper, gardenia, coconut, and almond milk. Arquiste Indigo Smoke, a very unique scent that smells like a rustic campfire with notes of lapsang, apricot, pine tar, and incense. And finally, I think my favorite out of this month's scents, Inito Side Effect, a bold scent with notes of cinnamon bark, rum, saffron, and sandalwood, which of course smells very much like fall. Cute little magnetic cases are really handy for protecting the vial inside. It makes the fragrance so easy to take on the go, so you can always have your new favorite fragrance with you. So if you would like to give Scentbird a try, be sure to click the link below or scan the QR code and use my code Alexandria for 55% off your first month at Scentbird, making your first month only about $8. And just a huge thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video and helping support the channel. It really does mean the world to me. Another lipstick? It's nice that it's a makeup product, and I do like lip colors. This is a matte lipstick, and I typically don't wear matte lipstick, so that might not be my favorite, but I feel like maybe in a subscription box we're only getting just a couple of items. I would like to see maybe a more diverse selection of products, so you're not getting 2 lip products inside of a box that only has like, you know, 4 products in it. It's like 50% lip. Oh, and it's also kind of a red liquidy thing. I feel like the formulation is definitely going to be a lot different though, because this says it's a matte, and this is not a matte. This is a, I don't know what this is. This is something different entirely. And the color looks like it's going to be a lot more of a berry kind of cranberry red instead of this more like orangey. I don't even know what this is now. It's changed color like 4 times. This one doesn't smell like the Disney Hunchback of Notre Dame Esmeralda chapstick. This one doesn't smell fantastic, but let's get a little swatch of it. Okay, maybe this one's supposed to be more on the sheer side as well because pigmentation isn't like really deep and intense. I'm seeing like skin peeking through and stuff. It's also a lot more of a cranberry color than I anticipated. There's a whole lot of pink in this. It's so soft. It's so, like, why? It's so soft. Matte liquid lipsticks that I'm used to are more like thick and chunky. It feels like lipstick, but like liquefied mixed with powder. This is like a sheer, thin, smooth lip gloss almost, but it's not glossy. It's just, what is it? I'm gonna be fully stained after this. I feel like this one definitely acts as kind of like a lip stain as well. It's thin and it's kind of sheer, but I feel like it's clinging well. It definitely did transfer more than this product here, whatever this magic is, but it just doesn't like at all feel like your standard liquid lip. I'm gonna do another swatch and just let it dry down and see like what happens. It is definitely different from what I'm standardly used to with a matte liquid lip. Like this is so sheer, so sheer, kind of glossy, incredibly smooth. So I'm just gonna like kind of build it up to where it's not too patchy and then let it dry and just see what it feels like. But to me right now, like this has such a gloss to it that I don't know how it's gonna become a matte liquid lip, but we'll find out. And then finally, last but not least, we have the little box here. So I am super excited to see what is in here. It says Palace Identity around this little thing on the front. Oh, is that a deer? Is it a real like fancy looking deer? Ooh, reindeer loose powder. I think I might have seen this when I was scrolling on their site, just kind of looking at stuff. Okay, this is a Palace Identity Reindeer Loose Powder 02 number gem. Okay, I'm excited. Oh, fancy. There's some nice little paper there on the inside. Let's see. I'm actually so excited about this. I am excited about this. I think I did see this on their website. I was really hoping when I signed up for the subscription that I would be getting some of the more like intricately packaged things because I've seen some of the Zeesea stuff and it's like super intricate. So the last like 2 boxes that we got, you know, there's some cute stuff in there, but it wasn't like crazy intricate or anything. This is the kind of thing I was hoping for. First of all, I love deer. I know these are reindeer. They're a little bit different than like, you know, prancing in the woods in Kentucky deer, but still, I love them. My deer lamp back there and I like collected deer things. So the fact that there is a little gilded deer sitting on top of this, I absolutely love that. It sits on this compact thing that is so pretty. It looks so shiny and fancy. It is just plastic. It would be awesome if this was like metal of some sort, but I bet that would be pretty expensive, but it'd be cool though. Stuff like this is just so cute to have like sitting out on your vanity. I would feel like a classy lady opening up my little deer compact. Look at that. There's a little powder puff in there. Also, something about like doing this with a powder puff like that, I mean, just the height of the luxury. Ooh, that powder is pure white. Okay, so I just peeled back the little safety seal right there and that powder, I mean, I hope this is like very translucent because that is pure white. Pure white powder. It just says loose powder. It doesn't say anything about it being a translucent setting powder, anything like that. So I really hope this is very translucent. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my finger. Okay, if it was very lightly applied, I think it might not be too terrible. I'm wondering about like flashback. I'm wondering if this would be something that you would put on. You're like, okay, yeah, well, that's pretty translucent. And then you take a picture and you're like, oh my gosh, I look like I'm haunting the halls of Hogwarts. Now that is one thing about this box. They sent me foundation in like the last unboxing that we did, and they did not ask me at all for my shades, my skin tone, anything like that. So they were just basically assuming that I was going to be a paler person. They also sent me an eyebrow product, a paler person with darker hair. So I feel like the subscription probably wouldn't be incredibly inclusive, unfortunately. That powder, I think on like a deeper skin tone, I don't know how well it would work out. I'd apply it with like a fingertip and maybe like with a light powder brush. It could be okay under the eye or something. I do feel like even on my skin here, it could potentially make you look washed out. It does feel incredibly soft. It feels really nice. I almost feel like there's a little bit of maybe like a glow to it as well. Not like a glitter or anything, just like a very kind of subtle glow. But again, if you have a deeper skin tone, like I don't know how well this would work out for deeper skin tones, which I definitely think could be a deterrent for a good amount of people, and it is unfortunate that they they don't like cater to more people. Okay, so that was everything that we received in the Zeesea subscription. So far, I mean, I like the products that we got. I think they're okay. We haven't tried them out yet, so I don't really know like how they function and work on like the face. I don't know if they're redeemed yet. I don't know if they're redeemed. Like, even though this is swaying me a lot, 'cause it's a little golden deer, I still don't know if they have been redeemed from the past 2 boxes that we did. I will say I'm incredibly interested in this lip color here, but this one does not seem to be drying down. I don't know what they mean by matte lip, but to me, you see that shine, that reflectiveness, that glossiness, that's not a matte liquid lip in my like personal opinion. That is not a matte lip, and also just kind of the definition of what matte is. I think matte is like the absence of glossiness, and this one is definitely not absently glossy. So that's different. I do still wish they had maybe sent, what is this? I don't think I need it. I do wish maybe they had sent us something besides 2 lip products, because that makes it, like I said, 50% of this is lip. A nice blush, highlight, something else to like create a face would have been really nice to see in here, but we're gonna work with what we got. Maybe I can like use some of this as no, I feel like that might be dangerous. I was gonna use like that this is blush. That actually could turn out very terribly, so maybe I won't do that. We are going to do a try on here, see how all of these products perform on the face, and see if this box can be redeemed. Maybe these will all be beautiful and fantastic and we'll keep the box for a little while longer, or maybe these will be terrible and we'll cancel it. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so this is the foundation that we received in the last unboxing, and I think I'm going to give this another try because I actually liked it initially when I first put it on my skin. I just hit myself in the mouth. I thought it looked really nice, like it was a nice kind of like fresh, dewy look, but seriously, on that like 2-minute update that I gave you guys, my skin was like crackling apart, falling to pieces. It looked terrible after like just a few minutes. So I'm gonna try this again, but we're gonna set it with this powder, and maybe the combination of this together will be beautiful. We'll see. I had to hunt down another beauty blender because my other one ended up in the mouth of Tater. I don't know how. I swear he somehow crawls up on this table and uses his like non-existent thumbs to steal stuff. Oh, I forgot how incredibly strong smelling this foundation is. It has such an intense scent, but I feel like it goes on really nice. Just really nice and light, just kind of natural looking, and I feel like the color actually matches my skin super well. Unfortunately, to just not hold up well for me, I look like a greasy, crackly mess. I'm fairly certain it said it was supposed to be long wear too. Yeah, long wear, light foundation, moisturizing and repairing. I feel like almost all of those things are true. It's definitely light, it's definitely moisturizing, but like the long wear part, Alright, so I'm going to powder it now and see if we can help with the lastingness of it. I am, however, worried that it's going to take this like kind of like nice, light, natural look into a more of like a thick kind of makeup look. Once we apply the powder, I'm also afraid that I'm going to look, you know, like that white-faced spider cartoon. That very terrifying white-faced spider. Alright, so we're gonna go for just a little bit of powder here. I'm gonna start under the eye, just pressing it in. Ooh, that also has kind of like a perfumey scent to it. I'm trying to be super light-handed with this because I can already tell that it is taking away a lot of that like natural look to it. I'm feeling very like kind of matte, washed out, a little bit on the drier looking side right now. Okay, that is kind of unfortunate. So like the powder, maybe I shouldn't have powdered my entire face, but I really wanted the foundation to last. I want to do my best to try to make it stick to my face. It just has taken away that look, that really like nice, fresh kind of, you know, no makeup look. It really doesn't look too terrible on camera. In person is where I can tell that I'm looking a little dusty. It really doesn't look too bad with like the lights reflecting and stuff on it. I don't know if there's going to be flashback or anything, but it didn't wash me out as much as I initially was anticipating. It washed me out. It washed me out for sure, but I thought I was going to look like, you know, a fool. His name is not Freddy, the clown from It. What is his name? Pennywise. That's so different than Freddy. Why was I thinking Freddy? Okay, so there's the powder. It definitely has such a perfumey scent to it. It is beautiful though. It's beautiful. I'll set it out. It's cute. I might use it for like my under eyes or something. It feels decently soft on the skin, but you can definitely tell there's powder there. There's a lot of powder there. Let me just real quick. Okay, well, as far as flashback goes, I mean, I know I'm in a very well lit room. So maybe if this was taken, you know, in the dark time with the flash on, I might be a little bit more reflective. Speaking of the dark time, hello? But flashback wise, it doesn't look terrible in this picture. Everything else about this picture is terrible, but the flashback is not that bad. I'm gonna do the rest of my face, bronzer, eyebrows, all that kind of stuff, and then I'll be back to try on the eyeshadow and the lips. Or I'd say probably just one lip, maybe just one. The base of my face is done. My hair is crazy Why? What is that? Looking into our little kitten cat palette here, which is very cute. It just happens to be quite small for a pretty expensive box. These colors are up my alley. Maybe not like the red so much. Back in my modern renaissance era, like yes, red like every day. But you know, they're cute, they're pretty, they're nice warm toned, look a little fallish. I think I'm just gonna take a little bit of these kitten paws here and just start kind of blending that in just all over the lid. I feel like this might not really show up too much, but it might just give like a little bit of a warmer tone base than what's on my lid right now. Okay, you can actually see that color, just like a light kind of creamy beige. Okay, now I think I'm gonna go into this kind of like reddish pinky shade. It's a little bit powdery and just like barely put that over the lid as just a light wash of kind of pinky color. It is starting to look a little patchy. What am I doing wrong? Okay, so it is laying down some color, but unfortunately it's gonna look a little patchy too. Very, very powdery, and it's just not like clinging. Get in there. Then I think on like the outer portion here, I'm going to darken it up with this color. I'm just trying to use every color in the palette. This might not be the most beautiful look ever, but I'm just going to deepen up this kind of like outer area here. Also, just from like what I'm seeing in the little viewfinder here on the camera, like this looks a lot more intense on the camera than it does in person. This is an incredibly light wash of color in person here. Like you can barely tell that there's any type of like red or pink pigment on my eye. And I feel like this kind of shiny pinky shade with why can't I S's? Why can't I make S's with my mouth? Shiny pinky shade, which looks so pretty. It's a really pretty shade. I'm gonna take that with my finger. Ooh, I do like that glitter. That very like fine glitter is so sparkly. See any like color or pigment coming off of it? I guess like, you know, the base tone is very light pink, so maybe I'm just like seeing it, but the glitter itself is actually really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do the other thing. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye, and then I'll be right back in just a second. All right, so here are the eyes with a little bit of eyeliner and some mascara on. I think they're perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine, like light wash of color. Like I said, I do like the cute little glitters. I think they're real adorable. But you know, it's okay. It's an okay little eyeshadow palette. This time went for a much lighter, more like delicate look perhaps than our icy blue like eyeball frozen over looking look last time. This, to me personally, is a lot more wearable, something I could see myself wearing. The quality of the eyeshadow, even if it is intended to be just like a light wash of color, I still feel like I had a hard time with like blending and patchiness. Maybe again it's a me problem, I don't know. But let's go ahead and try on a lip here. I'm gonna go for this super weird one because I'm so excited to see like how it feels on lips and stuff. I think I've lost it though. Okay, there it is already. I have nothing else on my lips. Why did this look so red to me when I first pulled it out of the package? It looks like an entirely different color. Maybe I'm losing more than just the lipstick. Okay, anyway, let's try this on. It feels so weird. Okay. So, this is what I'll say. Okay, I can definitely see some pros and cons about this. One, a pro, if you want a color that goes on and doesn't appear to budge, like no matter, like the scrubbing, did you see the scrubbing I was doing? No matter how much scrubbing you're doing, it just kind of stays precisely where I put it. Great, then that's what you're gonna get. However, if you had like a lip product that you could like put on and kind of like rub your lips together and sheer out, I don't think that you're gonna get that here. I feel like I could have put these in like polka dots on my lips and rubbed my lips together and I still would just have just polka dots. The color is like instantly stained into my lips, so I can't really move it around, but like it feels really good on the lips. Like rubbing my lips together, even after I was like scrubbing it with my fingers, they feel like soft and smooth and kind of silky. I do like it though. Like the more I like try to make it sheer, it is kind of moving the product around like the tiniest touch, and it is shearing it out a bit and like covering my full lips, and it's kind of nice. It just looks like a very natural lip color, a little bit of tint to it. It is kind of clinging to like my dry lips a little bit, but I think everything does. I just got some dry lips. I need to hydrate. So yeah, I think the lip color actually goes really nicely with the eyes. It has kind of that like peachy red. I think it's kind of cohesive, and you know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Definitely much more wearable than, you know, Elsa from the last video. Alright you guys, so here is everything together kind of from a distance. I don't mind this makeup look. I really don't. I think everything came together nicely and stuff. I think the packaging of the things, especially that little gold deer, is so pretty. I don't love the powder in it, perhaps. I also think the packaging of the little kitten palette, adorable, but I might not love the product in it. I did see a lot of people say that they think the Zeesea subscription, if they've received it before, is a little bit, maybe perhaps style over substance. They really focus on the packaging and making everything like, oh, so cute, but maybe the products inside aren't like perhaps the highest quality. Alright you guys, that was everything for the Zeesea subscription. What do you guys think? Do you think they redeemed themselves? Do you think they didn't? Should I give them more chances? Should I just go ahead and cancel? All your thoughts and opinions down below are very welcome. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So thank thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. It would mean the absolute world to me. And I just hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!